Hey everybody, how's it going? So thanks for joining us. We're touring your versions of Dismayland, and this one is by PHDavis. So we aren't wasting time. Details of the competition, the link to the park, and what we are doing are all in the description and on the community tab. So without further ado, let's start this tour. Alright, so we've got another awesome amusement park going on here. Now, just to let you know, guys, I was made aware in advance that some of the TMTK didn't load for the original park for PHDavis, so this is why the ceiling and everything here is missing, and there's some stuff that's missing, so please have that in mind. It's not the creators' fault. This just didn't load properly for them, and they've worked with what they've got, so please have that in mind. But in terms of everything else, no rules have been broken outside here, so it's good. I didn't have to tear any apart ruthlessly. It's all good. And inside here, I think we've still got some other missing TMTK items in here, so there's been no fundamental changes. I just think these are the things that just didn't load. And then over in the gift shop, it's the same issue. It looks like it's the concrete and the square panels that I use on the walls. It looks like that's what's missing, and also the shelves and stuff. So, and you can see that like it's tried to load with it in. So as I said, please be gentle when you're thinking about this one. This intrigues me because we've fenced off this area, and it's so good. So from the top, then this is what we've got. We've got two coasters. The user media loaded absolutely perfectly. So there's 5 images that were on this one, and yeah, that's all gone fine. We've got 2 very big coasters in this park, so it's a little bit different to the other ones that we may have seen, where we've got smaller coasters, more compact. These are behemoths within this park. These would fit amazingly in an actual full-size theme park. Generically themed, but with a lot of decoration, and there's also a bit more of like an Egyptian adventure and a Roman Colosseum kind of effect going to it. So this is called Butler Point. I don't think this is supposed to be called Dismayland. This is Butler Point, so welcome aboard. So we've got this really nice roto tower with some effects and stuff that are going on, and we've also got the queue cover on here as well. So I really like what you've done with the queue cover here. So you've got the queue down, and it's all on the actual pavement and stuff, but you've also got hang on, I'm going to change my camera. There we go. You've also got this this fencing. So you've used 2 types of fencing to create this awesome effect. I think I'm going to steal this for a park, because hey, that's the series, right? So yeah, I like what you've done here with the 2 fences, and I also like what you've done here with all of your foliage. So you're using foliage in this area really effectively. You've taken away the concrete. It would be real genuine foliage, and you're also mixing it in really well with some of the scenery that you've got here. So your shop that you've got in this area, the mess hall, is really nicely put together. You're using the adventure pieces really like creatively, and I like that you've got this double walling effect. It's really effective. It gives this depth to what you've built here, and then the ceiling, the roof, and everything is just, yeah, it's really good. Well done, really well done. Then inside here, it's functional. So we are dealing with a functional area, and it's kitted out as you'd expect. Can you let me know, by the way, in the comments below whether anything is not loading that I should be seeing? Because I know that obviously you had issues to start with. So please let me know. So we're going to come on to our first coaster here then. So we've got 300, the ride. So it's very much looks like it's a Roman classical theme. It's an infinity coaster rather than a Eurofighter. It's a very brave choice for a park like this. Eurofighters are a lot more compact. Infinity are a lot more intense. So we're talking the size of the Smiler in this one. Now, what I particularly like on this one is the effects that you've put onto the lift hill. You've used the vintage arches on here to go up through the lift hill, and at night time that's going to look awesome. So just like all of the other parks, we're not doing nighttime tours, but it would look absolutely awesome. You've got a brilliant first drop. It's just a typical Infinity first drop, and it's timed really well too. So like you can see, you didn't have any downtime at the top of the lift hill, so it's really well done. You've got some really nice inversions. You've got some really nice pacing going on here, and you're also interacting with the scenery in this quite nicely too. So again, just like all of the rest, you've taken away all of the concrete, and you are using actual natural landscaping. Be very careful when we're doing this though, because we are dealing with an old swimming pool, and we are also dealing with the sea, so you might not necessarily get grass. You might tend to use artificial grass instead of real grass, but hey, this works, right? This this works. The theme is lovely, your effects are really, really nice, and your station building is really nicely done. You can see that this is a custom wall, and you're using different pieces for this. That's awesome. Like, you've taken the effort to make this look really, really, really good. I like the pillars and the columns and the way that they're interacting with everything, and then I like that you're dueling your station, so you're loading from one side, taking it through the other, but you've got some really nice path interaction here with the first drop and everything. Just like I've said in some other tours, I think you don't die fencing. It is in place, you can see it here, but you would also need it along here as well, just to make sure that your ride area is closed. But you're using, as I said, scenery really nicely. Like this volcano piece, you don't see that often. You don't see the moving lava stuff used that often. So you're bringing together this idea of this classical theme, the 300, the volcano, the fire, the war and everything. It's really, really, really nice. So inside the station then, you've kept this one nice and clean. You've got some images. So this is one of your custom images that I've loaded. I'm hoping it's not copyrighted. It might be, but hey, so I could do with having a credit or credits if it is, so I can put it in the description. But anyway, so let's take a ride. See, I did promise you a good ride, and it rides really, really well. So well done for this one. It's awesome. So the rest of the park, then we are dealing with some more stuff here. I like, by the way, that you have got this coming soon here, the Phantom. I'm actually intrigued to know what this coaster would be, because it stretches from here, and it goes all the way over here. So I would love to know what this coaster was going to be. I'm intrigued. And so we've also got a central feature here. So we're dealing nicely with some scenery that we've got going on, and you've got a really nice viewpoint of the park as well. So you're the first one that I've done where we're using double drop towers. Really unusual, because you tend not to double up rides, but actually this makes perfect sense in this kind of park. So then we come over. We've seen this bit, haven't we? So we're going to do this coaster in a minute. So actually, let's look at these double drop towers. So this is just a perfect space filler. It's like you've just got this extra bit of space. You don't really know what to do with it. So what do you put in? Well, you put the smallest, drop towers you can in. And what you've done here is you've kitted it out really nicely as well. So you're continuing this Egyptian theming going on, and you've got two different colours. So you've got two different experiences, and I think they're on different ride sequences as well, if I understand correctly, when I was sitting here watching them. They're not synced with each other, so I couldn't check whether they were. But your queues interact with each other nicely, so you tend to find that dual drop towers would have one singular queue that then splits off here, and you're trying to achieve that in this area. So this is a really nice touch. And then you've got, I think you've got, your extra bits along here, and then your other videos. So you're bringing together this idea of multimedia and custom imagery really, really nicely. Your buildings are really solid as well. I'm loving how these are all pulled together, and as I said before, you're using the adventure pieces in really unique ways that I wouldn't have even thought about using them. So this is good. You should be proud of this build. This is lovely. Okay, so we've now got a wooden coaster. So this is very well put together. I'm interested to know how you got the cars in here. How would they have actually got in? But let's not ask questions. So we've got a really decent Woody here. Now the colour makes it feel like it might be brand new, or it's relatively new, and it's a GCI, so of course it's the relatively correct colour. You've also taken the opportunity to do the maintenance shed here. Now, did you do inside? I didn't check. No, we didn't. Okay, so we've got a maintenance shed, so that's a step up. And did you do it on the other one as well? Did you do it on the Infinity? No, not on the Infinity. Okay, that's fine. So we've also got this awesome wooden structure. So just like the coaster, the Infinity that we've got, you've pulled together this theme really nicely. You're using low roofs, so it's not too sticky uppy and pointy, but it's not a flat roof. So you're really good on the sight line here. You're actually also having an exit strategy here that's quite interesting, because you do have a ramp that goes up for disabled access, and that's not something that a lot of people think about. We just go stairs, done, see you later. So this is a nice little touch, and you're actually wrapping it around quite nicely too. This is a good use of that space. So Olympus, I think, is this one, isn't it? This is the queue line here. And it comes in and it interacts with the underneath of the coaster in the station, and then it comes up and around, and then you come up this way. Again, it's all ramps, so this is cool. If you wanted to bring your wheelchairs this way, you could, but I don't think you would. You'd bring them up this way anyway. So yeah, it's good. And then inside here, I'm liking the colour scheme, this white and the cream. It looks really good. White and cream works really well together because they're very neutral to each other, so they don't fight with each other. Whereas in some of the other parks, we've seen some really awesome colour clash combinations, which are really bright and vibrant. This is really subtle, and it works for this coaster, especially as it is that colour anyway. It's the brand new wood. So I reckon we go for a ride. Oh yeah, it's such an awesome layout. I really like how this is paced, and it's got some really good transitions, got some really good speed, and the station has got some really nice details in it too. So like, you've taken the opportunity to cover off your ride operator area. You've put some custom flooring down. I think this is custom flooring, and you've also got your lockers and everything in here. So really well done. That's a good. Yeah. I was going to say it's a really good coaster to work with. And then so coming out for the rest of the park, you then have this bit here. So I think this is your Photoshop for Olympus. So did you do inside? Oh, it's a staff room. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, okay. That's a really good use of that space, actually. That's quite a good trickery, hiding staff rooms and stuff inside inside here. So yes, well done. I'm liking this a lot. Your scenery around the actual coaster as well, by the way, is also really good. I like the fact that you're using this boarding to try and create some head chopper moments, but you're also trying to hide certain parts of the ride as well. So you're creating almost a mountainous kind of feeling to it just by hiding it with some boards. So yeah, really nicely done. This is a really good head chopper moment. I liked this when we were on the ride. So yes, it's really good. So this is the park from the very top then. It's a really well thought out park. In terms of guest layout, you wouldn't find that people are going to struggle to find their way around the park. They're going to come through this way. You might find a bottleneck here, but it's fine. You're monetizing the area, so you've put as much effort into the shops and everything as you would expect. Some really awesome coasters on this one, guys. If you want this one to win the contest, then you know what to do. Thank you for getting to the end of this tour, and I will see you for the next tour.